Alright, there's not too much to do at this point. We just go up here. Get the cold blood dew. Let's go kill the things that I didn't kill the first time through because I was afraid of my lack of equipment. There should be a dog over here. Always nice. Some more cold blood, which will be completely worthless in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, there's some... Oh crap. We have some fun camera issues there. Oh well, it's Bloodbourne. Sometimes the camera is the actual boss. I'm so used to fighting these guys with a gun. It's been a while since I just chopped them to death. Surprisingly, it does work pretty well. But then again, they are early enemies. I'm pretty certain they didn't expect you to do everything. This is like the slowest bullet dodging imaginable, but it's working. It's pretty funny I can sneak up and kill a guy while he is essentially having a person near him shoot at me and not notice me. Now this can be tricky because it is, again, quite easy to get stuck with the camera. Like if the camera gets into those pillars there, it can sometimes be a pain in the ass to get it out again. That guy just chose the worst attack in his repertoire to use on me though, so good for him. You know what, I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm just going to use this for a sec. Because if I do happen to die, I'm kind of curious whether the doll just wakes up immediately if you have an insight on you. She probably does. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't. But I've literally never actually had that happen before. So, just to satisfy my own... Oh, God, I almost threw myself off the ledge again. Normally I would want to drop down and grab it, but there is nothing normal about what I'm doing. This has been a pretty long set of events I've recorded here. Let's very quickly kill these two gun-toting idiots before the spike guy shows up. Here he comes. Of all the people who can kill me, I rate this guy one of the highest. Eat stone. Oh. That's sweep. Oh. That I can work with. Oh. That third delayed one. I didn't even know that third one was coming, but I'm so used to getting hit unexpectedly, I was actually paying attention for a change. I suppose I do learn eventually. give me 8 to 10 playthroughs of this game, and I might learn how to defeat some of the weakest enemies in it without getting hit. Who knows? Yep. Oh, that was a thing. Really no point in this, what I'm doing here. There is no way they're guarding anything worth that much. I think the best I can expect is oil urns. Which granted, I don't have oil urns at the moment, so it's a thing to get, but it's not really a very good thing. I don't even remember what the other item I'm trying to get here is. The one I cut down from the rafters. I have absolutely no recollection of what it is. I remember the saw spear every time because it's unique and important, but I never really remember what the one down here is. Also, I probably shouldn't drop directly down here, but it's one of those times where I forgot how the rats were arranged, so I couldn't remember which side I was supposed to drop down to. Okay, 2 bloodstone shards. At this point in the game, that is important. I have because my other character's in the Nightmare Frontier, that almost seems like a joke. Bloodstone shards are definitely not what we need when you get up to the chunk level. I've really cleared this place out, huh? I think the only things left are the werewolves at the top on the bridge, although fighting them is obviously optional. They're not guarding anything. And the guys over by Gascon's boss room are also there, but aside from the pig in the sewers, there's not a lot worth mentioning. But there's some more shards and stuff. Come on, come on. Yeah, he's taking his time with the rock. Here it comes. I don't know, sometimes he decides to like roll it really quickly, and other times he takes quite a while. I'm guessing I didn't run far enough up the bridge, because I suppose they're probably programmed to try and roll it if you try and rush past them and such. Yep. I did a lot of damage, even if I didn't do a happy murder. Oh, too quickly. Still, if you don't get hit, you can hardly complain that you did it wrong. Well, this is a situation I've never been in before. I'm practically at both the Cleric Beast and Gascon's boss room, and I don't have a gun. And I haven't been killed. And I haven't been to the Hunter's Dream. What a weird series of events. Oh. Oh, that was close. I could almost feel the kick coming. Saw Hunter Badge, which again can't use until we get to the Hunter's Dream. I suppose I should take a run at the Cleric Beast then? Like, I guess that's the right thing to do? I don't particularly need anything the Cleric Beast has. I mean, I guess the gate key to the Cathedral Ward is useful. I would normally get that. I won't be able to use the Kirk Hammer though, so... Yeah, it's a badge. I'm probably selling him short, actually. He probably adds quite a few things to the shop that I'm not thinking about, because I normally get them without even trying. Tell you what, we'll see if we get killed by this guy, and provided that doesn't happen, we might go to the Hunter's Dream after all. Well, actually no, I might go see if I can fight the Cleric Beast, and then we'll go to the Hunter's Dream when I inevitably get killed by him. I suppose the point I'm trying to get to is we're going to keep on trucking until we actually get killed. That's how we're going to do this. And we're not going to skip the Cleric Beast and go straight to Gascoigne. Don't know what the Hunter's Badge, the Sword Hunter Badge, gives me in the shop, but I'm going to want it, so let's not not be cheeky and try and skip over it. Actually, what I need here is there. That's better. That's my normal arrangement. Oh, we should kill that guy in the house too. I guess, except for the mob in the main street, I'm guessing most of the level's dead now. I've done a pretty thorough depopulation. Except for that mob that I skipped earlier. I mean, I suppose I could go kill them now, but doesn't really prove much. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the saw spear. Definitely has its uses, and if you, I'm guessing if you're practiced at it, I'm thinking the style probably has some pretty good moves that you can pull off. But no, not a fan myself. It's this weird combination of too short, too long, and too slow. And generally the things I would want it for, the saw cleaver usually does better. And the few things that it does that the saw cleaver can't do are things I don't really want that much. I mean, thrust damage against the kin is technically useful, but like, there aren't really any kin that are that weak to thrust damage and that difficult to kill. I mean, you can use it on brain suckers, but you may as well just bolt them to death or just murder them. Anyway, I'll put a little break here just so we get a fresh recording, and I'll see you then. Alright, Cleric base time. Let's see if he's going to send me into timeout or not. I mean, no gun isn't a terrible disadvantage compared to normal, but there's really no advantage to be had here at all, and yeah, it's one of those fights. I would love to be throwing Molotovs at him, just because the real pain of this fight is just freaking camera. Oh. Mind you, he's locking onto his head wasn't helping, for sure. I suppose there's definitely a case to be made that I also don't practice against this guy enough, because I thought rolling backward would be enough for that, but as you can see, damn it! I tried so hard to circle around him, and the camera just wasn't letting me do it. Oh. He might be the first and easiest boss in the game, but that doesn't mean it's pleasant to fight him at level 4 with no relevant items. I would have expected him to bleed by now, but he's not doing it. Nope. His low stamina doesn't help either. Well, that was something. I'm not going to last at this rate, though. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing nearly enough damage. Well, run forward instead. See if that helps. Probably could have visceraled him, but waste to skin visceral attacks are a waste of time, mostly. Yep. He's recovering. Well, I had a few good moments there. that one of the ones where he pulls up? And it is. Oh, that's stamina, unfortunately. You just can't put enough attacks out like this. Because you also need to dodge. Nope, you missed me. And you missed me again. And it looks like you're going for a very ill-advised grab, so... Again, camera is not helping, but I'm reading his body language sufficiently. Probably because I fought Lawrence enough times to kind of know what this guy's about. But as painful as Lawrence can be, he has a better camera, for sure. Nope. This is, that move I hate. Sometimes I can get under it, and sometimes you just can't. And he pulls it up, and... you seem to be getting somewhere. Nope. Nah. The very worst of times, the very best of times. Aha! But that I will take. Whew! Nice finish. Well, there's the Sword Hunter badge. Sucks to be you, my friend. You know what? I've got 10,000 blood echoes. That is, as far as I'm concerned, perfect. I'm going to go to the Hunter's Dream and get that key right away. This wasn't the challenge I was originally intending, so I don't feel too bad about ending it with that. That was pretty good. And we're just going to wake up. It'd actually be funny if the doll was just standing there, because it got some insight. Just like, hey, you woken up? Cool. She's sitting down in the scene here. So maybe she's just... never awake initially by default, I guess. And I got 5 insight. Abandoned doll. Okay. Fair enough. And... there's nothing, there's not going to be any penalty to this. Just take what I want normally. Gurnham's here, being himself. Notebook, cool. The Hunter's Mark 2. Why not? Hello.
Well, this was...
We're not in it for the law.
This
So.
was...
Okay, cool. Got what we need from you. Let's go check out the shop. So I picked up 2 badges. Should be able to get Chief Hunter's Emblem right off the bat. Now I need 1,000 for extra weapons. I need a Hunter's Axe. And I would get the armor, but we can do that whenever. I've probably got enough blood echoes if I use this stuff. I'm not terribly fond of it choking up my inventory anyway. Yeah, guess I don't have as many blood vials and stuff as I thought. Get a hunter's axe. Cool. And now we have enough echoes to repair anything I want, and then we can re-equip ourselves. Repaired, yep. Cool, cool. All the usual goodness. Except now let's swap things around a little. There we go. Cleaver, axe. Those are going to be my two primaries. Torch for light, gun for shooting. Nothing too terrible. Can't level up, don't want to. I wouldn't have mind talking to the doll though. Got no blood O's, got no gem. Guess I should fortify one of these, and I'm going to go with the cleaver to start with. Because we're going to need the damage. No blood gems, no runes. I think we're out. Now, we've still got a bit of time here, so I'm going to show you something while I have the chance. So I'm going to exit the game for a second. Basically, I have a character I call the Brick, among my other various characters that I've played with. And the whole point of the Brick was, he was a waste of skin, but I leveled him up as much as I possibly could, which is not that much yet, but he's only basically just after, just before the Shadows of Yharnam in the main game. So being level 80 at that point is pretty high. Obviously, I'm actually in the Nightmare Frontier. I've just defeated Amygdala, so I can get the Lauren Chalice. Amygdala is not that hard to defeat as level 4, although the Nightmare Frontier itself is kind of tricky to get through. But basically, he has 86 vitality, but his other stats are all waste of skin stats. So he can only use waste of skin weapons. So again, just this sort of thing. Flame Sprayer, weirdly enough, is a waste of skin valid weapon. Not that I use it very much. And anyway, I'm basically going to keep this guy around here. And if I need to practice against the Shadows of Yharnam, or against any other tricky boss, I'll basically have this character following my other character when he catches up. And if I need to practice, I'll use this character to do it, because this character does crap damage after nothing as damage, but he can take as many hits as any character I've ever seen in this game. So that makes it easy to practice with.